But without further ado, let's just move on to game 2.
Link engaged.
All right, welcome to game 2 of the TeamSpeak Team Liquid StarCraft 2 Open, number 7. So this is going to be game 2 of the semifinals between Steve and mouzMorroW. So Steve is going to be our red Protoss here in the bottom right of Delta Quadrant. And in our top right base here, we have mouzMorroW. Very famous Zerg player, switched from Terran. Very keen on the macro play. Very similar style to what Hydra has been playing like, just really just trying to pump drones and build up an army to defend right at the last possible moment you can to defend against the inevitable Protoss push in this matchup. So Steve is our player that chose this, since mouzMorroW is at a 1-0 advantage right now. Steve chose this map, Delta Quadrant. And I really like this choice. This map can be kind of difficult depending on how you play it in Protoss versus Zerg. But there are some styles that you can use that really abuse the map. We saw some really nice play when this map first came out on the Korean server with Blink, just blinking between the two naturals that each base has. There's a backdoor natural and the front base natural, and you can blink between all of them. So in Protoss versus Zerg, if you just get a Warp Prism to get yourself vision of that upper ground or something else, get yourself vision, you can constantly blink between Zerg's different bases, and it can be really difficult for Zerg to deal with. So we do see mouzMorroW, of course, going for his build that he really likes doing, getting that gas really early, getting that pool much later. Definitely the trend right now in CVP. Get those early speedlings out. Really help with any kind of early cheese from the Protoss or any type of early aggression, especially since Protosses very often like to get a very fast stalker and attack as quickly as possible to harass before the Zerg player has speed. So getting that really early speed on the Zerglings is going to prevent that harass from doing too much damage, so that mouzMorroW will be able to pump drones as opposed to having to pump Zerglings to defend. Or too many Zerglings at least. So there we go, 100 gas, stopping the mining gas just like in the last game we saw. Exact same build going on right now. Speed getting started. And we do see 4 Zerglings in production right now, as well as the Queen about a third of the way done. Celebrating score about to finish for our Protoss player here. And we do not have a second gas for Steve. So that's going to definitely tell me that we're probably not going to be seeing any type of one-base tech play for Steve. We're not going to see something like Phoenixes or, fast Robo or anything like that. Definitely going to be either going for some type of high gateway aggression, such as a 4-gate or possibly 3-gate expand. Or we could even see something like a 1-gate expand off of 1 gas. But at this point, with second gas still not being up, I would definitely not expect to see any type of one-base tech. And there we do have 2 more gateways getting put up right now. Could be seeing a 3-gate expand right now. Could be a 4-gate. Looks like we are going to be up to a 4-gate now. He's going to be going 4-gate with 1 gas. Unless he adds a second gas on at this point. Wow, what? 5 gates? He's going 5 gates off 1 base with 1. Okay, so that's why. I was about to say I really disagree with not going 2 gas. In PvZ, those sentries are so important. Force fielding the ramp, not allowing those units to come reinforce. It's really important to have that second gas for all those sentries. But if you're going 5-gate, you can't support it if you're also getting gas. So, of course, makes sense. Just going to try to absolutely overpower his opponent with a very large number of Zealots and Stalkers. Wow, Pylon just getting dropped down right there in the main. Second one getting dropped down, so... Going, just trying to... There we go. There, get the units getting warped in. Going for that Warp Gate Zealot push that we see so often in PvP on the Korean server. Drones getting pulled right now. They're trying to kill off the second pylon, but he's starting to warp in some more units. If they don't kill it off, one more Zealot does get warped in, but now there are no more pylons to warp in any units. He needs to bring some more pylons over, or bring a probe over to make some pylons. These Zealots are going to get taken out. Or perhaps, now there we go, Zealots are going to get taken out. He did lose quite a lot of Zerglings and drones, though, and he's being forced to produce quite a lot of Zerglings right now. So this is definitely the aggression that Steve is really wants to put on right now, but I don't think it's being nearly as effective as he was hoping. The speed, the early speed on these Zerglings is really, really helping mouzMorroW right now to defend this push, and the fact that he's not mining gas anymore is just giving him the extra minerals he needs to build enough units to defend this properly. Oh, if these units run by, oh, they're not trying to run by, they're just trying to poke and attack, make sure that this is defended. His opponent's not trying to get by with some kind of expansion after that type of early attack. Steve looks like he's instead just going to try to continue to warp in units and barrel down his opponent until he just cannot defend anymore. I mean, at this point, when this type of a rush, 5 gates off of 1 base with 1 gas, when this type of an attack fails the first time, I mean, it's probably not going to work the second time, but then again, there's not much else you can do. All right, here comes the attack. All the Zerglings coming around for a surround. Could have seen some better micro there. Could have seen an earlier force field, but it doesn't matter. There's so many Zealots that they're going to be able to take out these Zerglings with relative ease, but these 2 Queens are doing a ton of damage, and now the Spine Crawler's done. It looks like the Zealots are going to lose in this situation, but he's probably going to lose this Queen. Maybe not. Some good micro pulling that Queen back, not allowing him to take too much damage. A 3rd Queen coming down from the main to help defend. These Zealots are going to get taken out, and we do not see an expansion yet for Steve. This could just be GG at this point, simply because Steve is just going so all in off 1 base. He still has no expansion, not producing any probes. Yeah, he says, damn those Queens. That is the trend for Zerg nowadays, and he calls it GG. That is the trend for Zerg nowadays, to go for those extra Queens. They are so helpful because if your opponent goes through something like Void Rays, they of course can help defend Void Rays or Phoenixes or anything like that. And, you know, they're so versatile in that they can also, of course, help you defend any type of 4 Warp Gate, 5 Warp Gate push like the one that we just saw. And, of course, Transfusion will also help them out quite a bit. So we just get some information on what we're doing on the next game. We should be able to get it started relatively soon. It looks like it's going to be Druby versus Zeus. So should be moving on to that game pretty shortly. So mouzMorroW did take that series 2-0 and is going to be moving on to the finals.